What's up, everyone? The last episode of my live video series. Believe it or not, 11 episodes. Gonna use this episode just to wrap up this series. Thank everybody involved. Thank you to my sponsor. And yeah, just really grateful to participate and do this for you guys and to help everyone, hashtag make better music. I hope this series has been helpful to everybody. I still have to upload episode 10 to the YouTube channel. So if you missed anything in this series and you have the time and you have the data, go check it out. And what I did with this video series, the intention was to try and help people make better music. Sound like a stuck record, but that's effectively what I tried to do. And I tried to address issues that are not easily available on YouTube or online, because there are a lot of articles that will tell you how to do certain things, what to do, what to buy, where to go, how to stand, how to plug things in, what software you need to buy. A lot of them are helpful, a lot of them are not. So I decided to do this series after receiving loads and loads of emails, phone calls, SMSs, WhatsApps, you name it. I was getting questions. Mo, how do I do this? Where do I get this? I'm thinking of starting a recording studio. Do I need a producer? How do I know if it's the right producer for me? How do I write better music? How do I do this? How do I do that? And based on the feedback during this series, I'd just like to thank everybody who took the time to watch the videos, to join the lives, to interact with me. I received a lot of feedback, a lot of questions via email and direct message, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, email, and I'm actually quite humbled, believe it or not, I'm really chuffed that people really enjoyed this, because not a lot of people know how much work goes into making music, in the production process, even from the conceptualization, working on all of those things, recording, mixing, mastering. And in this series I try to, as much as possible, to steer away from the technical aspects, because there tends to be a fixation on going to the technical details of certain things. Yes, those things are very important and they do matter. However, what I find and what I have found in my experience in Cape Town and South Africa, and everybody who I've worked with, everybody who I've interacted with, is that the technical aspect of music production, recording, mixing, mastering, songwriting, and everything that goes with it, it clouds the creativity process. Like there's not enough emphasis on being creative. Hence why my video on starting your own studio or starting a little home studio, and I spoke about some of the gear requirements. Not once did I say you must have this and you must have that and you must do this and you must do that. Find whatever makes you feel most creative. Find the space that allows you to express yourself and do what you need to do in order to make music. And I'm going to repeat myself, as I have in a lot of the videos in this series. It does not matter whether you feel it's a good song or a bad song, right? Don't hold those songs back. What you do is, when you start a project, finish the project, send it out, guys. So the sort of, I think it was in episode 3 of this series where I think it was my good friend Frankie Francois Mellum, where he sort of hashtag make more music, or was it Kaimak? I can't remember who it was. So anyways, I'd just like to thank EB English Music for assisting on the judging and some of the content for this series. I'd like to thank Clincy Music for being one of the judges in the GimmeMoe competition that I ran. My brother Junaid Khalant, one of the lead singers in the band called Dialus Bokkies, he was also a judge. I'd like to thank, who else was there? The Retro Vape Company for sponsoring the series. Thanks, guys. I'll pin the link in, or I'll comment the link in the comments of this video if you want to check them out, if you're into vaping, if you want to quit smoking. Really awesome guys, really awesome company, really awesome juice. Let me get back to the music. So what have I been up to since the last video? I know there wasn't one last week, but I've actually been very busy in studio. A couple of projects for Leah Hart. I think she was interviewed today on a couple of radio stations for some of her music. Yeah, I did some mixing and mastering for them. I'm also doing a remix for one of Leah's tracks. I had Rushdin Jazz in studio to lay vocals on a sort of a dance track from a young up-and-coming producer in Johannesburg. I had the Englishman of Ibe English Music in studio 2 Saturdays ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. We revisited a track that we released and, well, we co-produced, recorded, mixed, mastered in 2014, and he's doing a re-release and a rework of that track for his hard drive project. It's a really awesome song. And then we're halfway through the Jason Justice EP, mixing and mastering. A really, really awesome project. R&B, 90s vibe. It's such good music. Then on my side, unfortunately, I haven't had a lot of time for my own project. But like I said, I do have nine tracks that I'm going to release. I'm not sure whether I'm going to release it all together as sort of a package deal, sort of an EP mini album, or whether I'll do it in sort of three tracks at a time, so 3 mini EPs or 3 EPs, whichever way we want to do it. And then, yeah, guys, just make more music. I'd like to say thank you to Frankie as well, Francois Mellem. He's played a big part in me starting this over a decade ago. Really awesome guy. If you don't know who Frankie is, if you remember, DJ Sam World released a track called Feel Good a couple of years ago. Was really awesome in the clubs, charted in the country. That's Frankie singing in that song. So really, really, really awesome song. What else did I want to say in this last, sort of to wrap up this series? Yeah. So, there won't be any live videos for about a month or so. There's some work that I'm going to be doing on the GimmeMoe side. Besides all of the projects, just working on the online presence. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be creating a website, sort of just a landing page where people can see, check out the rates, check out the studio, listen to some of the work that I've done, and then also get into contact with me for any type of service that they need done music wise. And then also sort of just have a sort of an uploading online platform so that people who are not in Cape Town, outside of Cape Town, just easier for them to get stuff to me. And then not last week, the end of the previous week, I secured a piece of work to do a score for a short film. Really excited about that one. Really awesome film. Can't give any details about it yet. The directors and producers of the film are expecting some really, really big things, and they have some really big plans for it. So I can't wait to sort of sit down and really, really, really start doing work on that one. And let me see, Junaid Khalan single. We're at the review stage. We're just doing a little bit of tweaks. I know a lot of people have been waiting for Junaid to release a sort of a commercial track for a very long time, and it's finally we are almost there. It's gonna sound really awesome. It already sounds so awesome. Let me see, what else did I want to do in this wrap-up video? Yeah, I received, I just want to say thank you to everybody who, sent me Facebook messengers or emails to say thank you very much for the series. It really helped me. I was sort of stuck in this place where I thought I needed this and that in order to make better music. And, just hearing you say these one or two things sort of changed my mindset. And now I'm just focusing on the music. That's what it's about, guys. It's all about the music. For example, old friend of mine, contacted me on Friday or Saturday, and he said, "Mo, I should not have sold my home studio equipment. I really miss making music." And my response to him was, "So just make music. If you've got a pen and a paper, you've got a phone in your hand, you've got enough to make music, to write songs." And then we got chatting about sort of equipment, because he had some equipment in mind. And again, I told him, you can buy whatever you want if you have the money. If you don't feel like it's wasting money, then go for it. But if I were to do it all over again in the current climate and the current equipment that's available now, that's what I'm looking for, this is what I would get. So over the last month, it's been 2 months or so that this series has been going on. It's been a really good one. I got to upgrade a piece of gear in my studio that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. And a lot of people asked me why I went for that particular piece of kit. Did I need it? Was it making everything sound better? What were the benefits? And I said, guys, I bought this for a particular reason. I wanted to be a bit more mobile with my setup. And because I record in a certain way, in a certain workflow that works for me, that works well, where I know how to get a really good sound, I needed something that would allow me to do that while I was on the road. So there were a couple of jobs where vocalists or musicians were not able to travel, but I would, I said, okay, look, that's not too far from me, I'm willing to come to you. And then all I could take is my laptop, a mic stand, and that new piece of gear that I got. When people ask me what exactly I did get, and I give them the name, there's this, wow, he got this piece of gear. Hey, now you there. And I say, guys, that's not, it's nothing. It's buy whatever your money can afford. What I've been telling people over the last couple of days is, you really want a studio, you really want equipment. If you've got $3,000 or $3,500, Focusrite sells a bundle deal. So does PreSonus. Buy one of those things. You get a microphone, you get an audio interface, you get a mic cable, you get headphones, and I think it even comes with free software for you to record. So there's studio in a box for $3,000, $3,500. So I'm hoping that the series was beneficial to everyone. I am planning a second season, but I have to do some planning for that one. This season was sort of a pilot to see what the appetite would be out there. And again, everything I've covered, I try to keep the content on topics that you're not able to Google or YouTube now, or it's unclear on YouTube. Because what you find is that YouTube is an excellent resource. It is really an absolutely fantastic resource. But the only things that you tend to find is how to start a home studio, how to record, how to mix, how to master, what different types of software that you can use, and then there's this one and that one and that one and that one and that one, and it just confuses a lot of people, and people start sitting and saying, okay, I won't be able to make better music unless I get this plugin. I won't be able to make better music unless I'm using this piece of software to record my music into. I won't be able to record good music because somebody said that I need that Michael Jackson used the SM7B or SM7, and if I don't have that microphone, I'm not going to be able to record good music. Or people would say, Justin Timberlake used a PreSonus ADL 600 mic preamp. That's why his voice sounds so good. Or Eminem uses a Sony microphone. I need a Sony microphone if I want to sound great. Yes, those pieces of gear mattered, but in a lot of cases, it was just what was available. Because what we need to understand is that in years gone by, recording music was a very different process. People used to go to massive studios because that was the only place that you could go to, where you could go. And all of these Neve preamps and all of these different things, they were in a big recording console. It was in a mixing desk. So they didn't choose it because, ooh, I really like the sound of these things. They used it because that is what was available for them. And now we have freedom of choice to do anything. For example, on my Instagram page, there's a mastering engineer from the States, or mix engineer from the States. I can't remember. Mix engineer from the States, who also does recording. And he asked me, so Muneeb, yo Mo, thanks for the post. This is really good. Can you tell me about the Apollo Twins mic preamps and the Unison mic preamps? Are they really good? And my answer to him was, they sound great. They just add a different flavor to the recording. I said, but in certain circumstances, I'd use the stock preamps without Unison if I wanted to. It really doesn't matter. There's an artist that I really like for his creative process and the way he puts things together, called John Bellion. And he recorded most of his albums using an Aperture Duet. No external preamps, nothing. And he used Logic 9 stock plugins, stock VSTs, and he just rewired to Reason, and he did his all of like 3 albums just like that, just using those things. And nowhere, if you think about it, as a creative, as a music creative, as a producer, as an engineer, as a mix engineer, as a musician, no one is sitting saying, listen to that new song by Childish Gambino. Have you heard of that? Hey, its vocal sounds really good. Hey, it carries the song. Really strong message. But do you think he used a Neve preamp? Do you think he used an Apollo interface? Or did he use Pro Tools? Did he use Logic? Did he use stock preamps? Did he use a Focusrite interface? Did he use a PreSonus interface? We aren't asking those things. Think about it. All we are really looking for is something that sounds good, something that makes us feel a certain way when we hear them, and that's what you need to focus on when you're making music. So guys, I just really wanted to say thank you in this, and take this opportunity in this final video, which is basically a wrap-up video for this series, to say thank you to each and every one for the support who I've interacted with. Believe it or not, some of those people are working with me. Some of those people I'm sort of mentoring in their music production, whether they're mix engineers, mastering engineers, music producers, recording engineers, sort of mentoring them through certain processes, certain steps in their career, and how to take things forward. And then something that I can't believe I forgot about it, but when I was recording vocals for an artist in last week, and he said, Mo, why did you not tell everyone in your series that the song that we did together was performed live on Easy Dingo? And I'm not too sure how I forgot about that, but a song I played by Rushdin Jazz called Until I Find You, played in an episode of Easy Dingo. So he said I should tell you guys, so I'm telling you guys. So yeah, I hope this series was helpful. Again, please, even though it's going to be about a month or so, just over a month, where there won't be any live videos, please feel free to contact me. You can email me at munib.galant@gmail.com, or you can write on my wall on Facebook. You can send me a message via Facebook Messenger. Leave a message on my GimmeMoe artist page or producer page. You can follow me on Instagram. It's at munibgalant. On Twitter as well, at munibgalant. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate all of the support. I really appreciate all of the interactions. And yeah, until we meet again, hashtag make more music, because that's what matters. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.